You already know it's Landry Oniginde Bay. 27th Letter Podcast, 5 Principles Cuisines, Vegan Cuisines, 6 Studio, just to name a few things a CEO. But today's August 27th. And August 13th was the day that I got arrested, put in jail. Did the thing happen? Sorry. August 13th is the day that the incident happened with my, that kind of changed the trajectory of my life as far as the direction I was going. When I got incarcerated was August 27th because I was out on road for 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Pretty much on the run, whatever you want to call it. But really, was I really on the run? You decide. So, August 13th, it went down. 2002, 18 years ago. So I'm telling you guys a story just so get a better idea of who I am and the parts that you don't know about. So this is about how I got arrested. So August 13th, the thing went down. And then, ironically, I know it was a Tuesday. Ironically, a week later, I was laying low, doing my thing, doing my 1-2. I didn't want to drive. I stopped driving my car because I was like, yo, I don't know what's going on with the static. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Me personally, if there's static, I ain't comfortable in no whip. You know what I'm saying? So I give the whip to my homie to push. Didn't want to drive my whip. Didn't drive it at all. You know what I mean? It's taking public transit. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Boom. And just so happened, I had an outstanding charge. So imagine August 13th, it went down. I got some altercation with somebody passed away. Boom. A week later, I have to go to court because I have this outstanding charge. I got to make an appearance. And the week prior, you know what went down on the 13th? Boom. Court, College Park. I have to go downtown. Went. Nothing happened. Went to court. Nothing. I didn't feel nothing. I wasn't nervous about anything. Went to court and basically I was just, put it over to the following week, which was the 27th, So I don't know if the courts knew if I was a person of interest in the case already, but for whatever reason they put it over for the next week. So, again, I had to spend another week on road, feeling a little staticky, but at that point, I'm getting the hang of the realm that I just entered now. So I'm like, yo, send my whip back. Back my whip. You know what I mean? I'm getting comfortable again. Send back my whip. I'm back in the whip. Boom, boom. Yo, back. Little car issues. If you watch my previous mini documentary, you can check it out on 1206 Studio YouTube. It's called The Story Before the Story. There's 2 parts to it where I go into details about my life leading up to that date. You know what I mean? So and I spoke on that day that I had car trouble, right? Conveyance was acting up. So again, remember, 13th, I had car trouble and I still had the car trouble. I didn't get it checked out. Boom. So leading up to my next court date, I brought the whip in and said, you know what, let me get it fixed, okay? Dropped it off at this mechanic that a friend of mine knew. And then after that, the 27th came. I remember I woke up that morning, boom. So, again, I got this outstanding charge that I got to deal with, and then I might be a person of interest depending on what's being said out there in this thing that went down on the 13th. Boom. So I'm like, yo, I call my homie, my neighbor back when I lived in Palmer Court. I call my homie Bush. I'm like, yo, Bush, I need you to bring me to the Warden Station so I can go downtown and go to court. And it's, And it's like this parts of the story that I never really talked about, you know what I mean? As far as when I got locked up. So I won't get into that. I got arrested, I mean. So my homie Bush comes in the morning, picks me up, pumping back a blunt on the drive to the Warden Station. So I'm like, yeah, you already know, boo boo. Hop in the subway, go downtown, College Park. You guys, if you guys are familiar with the city, you know what College Park is. That's like a cop. Like anytime you have that's like if you were to get into any type of altercation with the cops, that's where your case would go. You know, if you get into an altercation with a peace officer, that's where your case would go. So I had outstanding charges because me and some boy them back in Palmer Court. I don't know if anybody remember. They slammed my face through the window. So then they charged me. It's crazy. I got stitches. That's why I have the stitches here, because it's madness. So anyways, so I had that charge to fight. So that's why I had to go to court that day, on the 27th. So I get to College Park, and as I walk in, there's two doors. When you come out the elevator of College Park, right? There's I think, it used to be two doors, but now it's just one door. But back then it was two doors. So I went through one door, and then as I'm going through the next door, I look to my left in the hallway of the courthouse. To my left, I see one of the people from the other side. So if you know the story, I got into me and my homies got into altercation with the next set of people. So one of the people from that side was in court. And obviously, I seen him surrounded by suits, meaning he was with the cops. You know? So I'm like, oh shit, it's going down. This guy is here, to fucking, like, you'd be like, yeah, that's him. Like, straight eyewitness me type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, some eyewitness shit. It's crazy. You know? But they didn't pounce on me right away. So I go to court. First I sat down. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I see this guy. I know it's going down. So I'm like, fuck. It's going down. So I sat there all the way. I didn't even go to court. Normally I'll just go inside the court with my different. I sat there all the way. I didn't want to go to the courtroom. I was like, they call my name on the PA. But god damn, these guys are caging me now. They're like, come in court. Madness. I go to court. They didn't pounce on me yet. I go to court again. To go in the courtroom, there's two doors. Two double doors. You know what I mean? Went through the first door. It's a little, lobby type of thing or so, whatever. And then you go in the courtroom. I go in the courtroom. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Ooh. They say, okay, come back. Whatever. I turn around. Remember, it's two doors. So I gotta go one door that leaves the courtroom, and then there's a little area, and then back into the hallway. When I went through that first door, like, I'm looking, by the time I look up, badge in my face, boy them, did it. Right away, nabbed, arrested. So back in the days, dabbled a little, hustling, so I had some works on me. Nothing hard. I mean, trees, you already know. My motto is like, I ain't hustling nothing I don't use myself, so you already know. So I had that, my boxes was crazy. So I'm like, in lieu of what the charge is, I didn't really care, but at the same time, you already know I'm just trying to, cover all bases. College Park is about half an hour drive from downtown to Scarborough to 41 Division, which is where the neighborhood, that's the precinct that is in charge of that, on that murder case. So that's what they're gonna bring me to, book me, right? Boom. So now, I don't know how, but for some reason, when they did their pat down, they didn't find the works on me. So they brought me in the car, in the back of the patrol car, outside the courtroom, put me back there, handcuffed to the back, and had the works in my boxes in the front. I'm like, oh, fuck. I gotta get rid of this shit before I get to the station. So what I do? MacGyver shit. So it pays to be, slim and wiry. So I did what I had to do, with my hands. Just move it around, figure a way to get to the works, get to the works, put the works, bring the works all the way to the back again, and then push it in between the freaking, no, not there, buds. Don't even think about it. Never had to do that. No time. Put it in the seat of the fucking cruiser, in the cushion, in the crack. Stuff it. Nowadays, especially if you're known for drugs, if you're in the back of the cruiser and once they get to the station, they take out that seat now to check just in case. So back then they wasn't doing that. So that's how I evaded that. Somebody else got that charge. So I don't know. Or somebody who was cleaning his phone and said, yo, I need this. But yeah, that was the little interesting story about the day I got arrested. And then when I got to the station, as a youth, the only charges I ever had was in stolen whips and shit like that. My first charge was in a stolen whip, and it just so happened the peace officer I know, it was a dark-skinned woman when I was 16. I was driving so crazy. We're breaking into cars, found a car with keys in it. Usually you have to pop the keys. I found the keys in it, so I kept the car like it was mine. It was stupid. I know. I'm washing the car, going to freaking summer school and shit. Man just seeing me in summer school, yo, in grade 9. Yo, where you get that? I'm like, that's my mom's whip, yo. You know what I mean? Little white Dodge Spirit, yo. It's crazy. Bugging. So, they caught me at a pharmacy one morning on my way to school, and I was like, yo, why? I'm not the biggest person, so imagine when I was 15, 16, yo, bro. So she must have pulled me over, and her name was Gail Cruikshank, and I caught a charge, got some community hours as a young offender back then. So fast forward to August 27, as I'm entering the station, who do I see? That's part of the detective. She don't remember me, but I remember her. And I even called her by her name. I'm like, yo, Gail Cruikshank. She's like, and I reminded her, and she's like, oh, good memory. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, yo. And pretty much, yeah, got booked 18 years ago, August 27th. I had to wait almost 8 years just to get back out, to prove my innocence that, my case was a self-defense case. But anyways, thank you for listening. Alright, and if you can't, support the links that are there, promote the book. Again, thank you for listening. Peace.